All those libtards almost got my Tesla. Thank God my neighbor was posted because he doesn't have a day job. Look at this guy.
Bro, I randomly come out and I see this fool all in all black. Bro, watch this, bro. We're not going to show you the rest, but his pronouns were stomped out.
Oh my God.
What should be easy is getting rid of the pointless waste and stupid spending that doesn't benefit anybody. Did you know the federal government pays for a website devoted to a folk music ensemble made up of forest rangers? They're called the Fiddlin' Foresters.
$40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is.
You're not only paying for websites no one needs, you're paying for thousands of buildings all across the country no one uses.
$8 million for making mice transgender. This is real.
We need to go after every dime. We need to make government work for you. That's why, starting today, I've asked the Vice President to lead a renewed effort to hunt down misspent tax dollars in every agency and department of this government. We're calling it the Campaign to Cut Waste, and I know Joe's the right man to lead it.
Meanwhile,
I'll say the two improvements that we're trying to make to Social Security are helping people that legitimately get benefits, protect them from fraud that they experience every day on a routine basis, and also make the experience better. And I'll give you one example is at Social Security, one of the first things we learned is that they get phone calls every day of people trying to change direct deposit information. So when you want to change your bank account, you can call Social Security. We learned 40% of the phone calls that they get are from fraudsters.
40%?
That's right. Almost half.
Yes, and they steal people's Social Security is what happens. Is they call in, they say, they claim to be a retiree, then they convince the Social Security person on the phone to change where the money's flowing. It actually goes to some fraudster. This is happening all day, every day. And then somebody doesn't receive their Social Security. It's because of all the fraud loopholes in the Social Security system.
How do you reassure people that what you all are doing is not going to affect their benefits?
No, in fact, what we're doing will help their benefits. Legitimate people, as a result of the work of Doge, will receive more Social Security, not less. I want to emphasize that. As a result of the work of Doge, legitimate recipients of Social Security will receive more money, not less money.
All right.
I want to emphasize that point and let the record show that I said this, and it will be proven out to be true.
Politicians, so I'll make sure that I keep it short, but I am truly here for very selfish reasons. Starting with on March 29th, it's my birthday, and all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes.
Saying on my phone, I don't know, some of you know this on the iPhone, they've got that little stock app. I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping. So, and if you own one, we're not blaming you. You can take dental floss and pull the Tesla thing off, and take out, just telling you.
Listen, I have learned as I serve on the Doge Oversight Committee that there is only one language that the people that are in charge understand right now. And that language is money.
A man caught on camera keying a Tesla in a San Jose Costco parking lot was swiftly identified and arrested within 24 hours, charged with felony vandalism. San Jose Police Chief Paul Joseph condemned the act, emphasizing that personal beliefs do not justify illegal actions. Mayor Matt Mahan suggested a political motive, referencing backlash against Elon Musk's ties to the Trump administration, stating, "Voice opinions at the ballot box, not in a parking lot." Musk responded with an American flag emoji. This incident highlights growing anti-Tesla sentiment, amid broader vandalism targeting Tesla vehicles, dealerships, and charging stations, reflecting political and ideological divisions in public discourse.
Did you just key a Tesla the other day?
You what?
You're on video. Yeah. This is the guy. You just keyed a Tesla. You got a video online. I just saw it. It's all over the fucking face. The media.
No Tesla.
Yes, you did. You keyed a Tesla in a parking lot somewhere around here. What do you got to say about that?
I didn't do that.
Well, you're on video. I plainly saw you doing it. You pulled up right next to it and then you keyed it.
Oh shit.
You want to bet?
Whatever.
Okay. Well, I mean, they got your license plate. I'm surprised you haven't been contacted by the police yet.
Let them do it.
I mean, what do you have to say? I mean, I saw you do it. I'm just curious. I mean, just because of Elon, you're wearing a USA t-shirt, driving a Korean car. Why would you key an American car? The guy's probably a Democrat that owns it. I think it's a woman. I mean, I'm just curious why you do that. You just don't have anything to say about that? Neither one of you guys do?
Nope.
Okay. You're handicapped too. I mean, this is just kind of ridiculous. Well, good luck to you, sir. Hope you learned a lesson. Chase Bank.
And so I've been so proud to see us organized behind a cause.
The campaign to cut waste, and I know Joe's the right man to lead it.
Apparently, there are some lunatics out there who are so upset that they're resorting to domestic terrorism against their fellow citizens, harassing drivers in the middle of the street, painting swastikas on minority owners' cars, harassing disabled drivers and vandalizing their vehicles, firebombing dealerships, shooting them up with guns, etc. Unfortunately for these geniuses, they do not understand that Tesla cars have something called Sentry Mode. They have cameras not just on one, but all sides of the vehicle. So they're getting caught. I'm going to show you the absolute worst offenders that are currently facing justice. Another genius was caught. His name's DeMarkion M. Cox. He's 33 years old, also known as the Nintendo character Toad's obese uncle. Was caught by police after going on a Tesla vandalism spree outside where else but an all-you-can-eat buffet.
What?
He drove a mini four-wheeler into a bunch of Teslas at 3 different locations, including the buffet. Now, do you think he got filled up at the buffet before ramming into the cars, risking potential nausea or vomit situation from the impact? Or do you think this was his cardio before heading to the buffet? But I do like how this mini four-wheeler doesn't seem to reverse too easily, forcing him to stop and adjust something under his overburdened seat.
Unburdened by what has been. I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been. You know?
What?
Went over all the video.
The driver's side camera caught the whole thing and he couldn't believe it.
We got her the first time that she came through and keyed the car, and then she comes around again and she's kind of pretending that her car has something on it even though there's clearly nothing on the video.
Then the woman gets into a white Honda and backs out.
She's backing out like super slowly and she's really eyeing the damage.
There was no front license plate on the suspect's car, but fortunately he had his own car parked behind both of them and got the back license plate.
Do you have any knowledge of this happening?
She said she owns a white Honda, but that she doesn't know anything about the Tesla being keyed. The victim filed a police report. It'll be more than $3,000 to fix, and to add salt to injury, the car had actually been paint corrected and ceramic coated a few months earlier.
I don't know why someone would ever do this to somebody else's car. And I've got you on video.
Remember when Elon Musk talked about ActBlue funneling funds into Democrat-aligned NGOs like the Disruptors and the Democrat Socialists of America, etc. Well, this guy, who might be facing up to 20 years in prison, is actively admitting his involvement in these Democrat-aligned activist groups. And apparently this South Carolina arsonist who really likes Luigi Mangione and Ukraine, well, let's just say his life is over.
Clark Pounder was charged with arson of property and interstate commerce related to that Tesla charging station incident. The judge decided there was probable cause to move this case forward. Also found on his person a 3-page note that seemed to provide a motive, expressing his frustration with President Trump and Elon Musk's Doge initiative that added, quote, "We will not stand idly by," and also referenced Luigi Mangione, the man accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson last year. Now, the judge cited Clark Pounder's issues with bipolar disorder along with substance abuse as a factor in his bond.
Wow, substance abuse. Shocking. But imagine going to jail for 10 years because you're so upset the government's trying to cut waste. The real criminals here are the Democrat Party and the Dem-aligned NGOs funding this madness, convincing people to ruin their lives by creating social media spectacles geared at convincing the public that a majority of Americans oppose the Trump administration.
By glances over at the car, and moments later they return and quickly start keying the passenger door with a phone in the other hand.
You can tell in the video too, like they're actively starting to record, and they're recording the whole thing. You can easily tell this is a targeted, like there's intent there, and they, kind of a mockery of it, right, with all the recording.
Seconds later, the vandal runs off. The owners, who asked to remain anonymous, notice the damage about a half hour later and say since then they have felt unsettled and somewhat fearful.
I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes. Listen, I have learned as I serve on the Doge Oversight Committee that there is only one language that the people that are in charge understand right now. And that language is money. And so I've been so proud to see us organize behind a cause.
Yeah, I get paid to be out here.
You get paid to be out here?
Yeah.
Amazing. So some pack.
You really are getting paid for this?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, definitely. 100% I'm getting paid for this.
And so I've been so proud to see us organize behind a cause.
A preliminary assessment of the suspect's social media activity indicates some very loose but self-proclaimed ties to the Communist Party USA social media group, as well as social media groups called Revolutionary Communist International, Hidden Palestine, Palestine Action, and a variety of other social media groups. That is part of our investigation, is to dig further into it and to be able to determine additional motive and other potential concerns.
The suspect accused of scorching Teslas with Molotov cocktails at a Las Vegas dealership now facing federal charges. Officials say the attack had some of the hallmarks of terrorism. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Assistant Sheriff Dory Corin joins us now. I want to pull up this about charges against Paul Kim: arson, property damage, and a possession and manufacture of explosives or fire devices, and discharging firearm into abandoned structure vehicle. He's in some pretty serious trouble.
Good morning, Dana. Absolutely. I mean, this crime and this attack was very significant. It's a priority. It was a priority from the onset for us. And ultimately, we've put all of our resources behind it to make sure that we solve this case in record-breaking time. In fact, over 250 detectives, agents, analysts, and specialists worked around the clock for 8 days just to ensure that we held the person responsible for this attack.
The Attorney General, Pam Bondi, was on last night with Laura Ingraham. Here's what she said.
That was remarkable police work, working with the state police, our FBI. They have been going nonstop on this case. This guy is in custody. Laura, he is facing 5-year minimum mandatory to 20 years in prison. And this was great police work. This guy thought he got away with it. So these people better look out. They better cut it out, because we are coming after you. And at my direction, there will be no negotiating on these people. We are not doing any plea negotiations on them. So they better cut it out.
Sheriff, do you think he acted alone?
You know, at this time, we're looking at all options. We believe right now that he is the only actor in this particular incident. However, we're working very closely with our FBI partners to determine whether this act was connected to any of the other attacks that have happened elsewhere in the country. The reality is we have a tremendous partnership with the FBI, one that actually is multi-layered. So not just our partnership with the local special agent in charge, but also our partnership with the FBI director. As you know, this is Director Kash Patel's hometown, and he cares deeply about keeping our community safe just as much as he cares about keeping the entire country safe.